Ladies and gentlemen, as you may or may not know, the Canadian Harvard Aircraft Association was founded in 1985. We are 37 years old. It's an all-volunteer group whose mission is to acquire, preserve, maintain, and display the Harvard and other aircraft associated with the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan and the RCAF. And today we are delighted that one of the founding fathers of the Harvard Aircraft Association is with us today, Leonard Fallowfield from Woodstock. Leonard, it's good to have you here.
Thank you. Certainly we miss Bob Hewitt and Norm Beckham. They were really the get up and go, and I just tried to follow along and help out where I could.
Well, you did a fantastic job, Leonard, and it's hard to believe that 37 years later, after you and Bob Hewitt and Norm Beckham were the founding fathers of the Harvard Aircraft Association, here we are today, and we're thriving. We're doing very well.
That's great. I'm proud of the whole work here. You guys, you've been here forever too. So is this gentleman here, and it's amazing. And as the weatherman's happy to help you out today.
Well, he was a little threatening earlier, along with the fellow there. He took out the hydro pole, but we got through it, and we're here. We're having a good day, Leonard, and it's delighted that you're here with us. You were one of the founding fathers, as we say, and you were a Harvard pilot as well for a good number of years. What is it about the Harvard that's so special?
Well, the memory of the fact that there were so much in demand as the war started, and this area all along the west, heading out west, built those airplanes, and because they did the job, they helped train the pilots.
And you and Norm and Bob were very instrumental in maintaining the history there. That was all about founding the Harvard Aircraft Association, was to keep that memory alive.
Thank you, thank you. You guys sure know how to put it all together.
Well, we just follow by example, Leonard, and you and Bob and Norm did a fantastic job in founding the association, growing the association. I mean, good gosh, you know, when you start, I remember the story about Norm bringing the first Harvard back from Norwich, and he wasn't even officially checked out on the Harvard, which Bob was the only one, I guess.
All of a sudden he was out at where the Woodstock Flying Club is now. In comes
MTX, first one? Yeah.
And well, it wasn't an MTX.
No.
There was another one.
Yeah.
It was 242, I think.
Anyways, yeah, he was going to pick it up.
Yeah.
He was going to, he and Bob were going to go pick up that Harvard the next day, or that morning, and lo and behold, Bob heard a Harvard coming in, and it was Norm.
I get a kick out of that every time I hear it.
and the funny part of that was that Norm wasn't officially checked out on a Harvard. Bob was, because he was ex-RCAF. But Bob got a kick out of the fact that Norm was afraid to raise the landing gear for fear he couldn't put it back down.
I feel for him 100%.
But you had some good years flying the Harvard.
Oh yes, I'm proud of how they steered me along, and I really miss the camaraderie. I miss Bob and Norm immensely, and still, by the look of the crowd here today, it's led up to something very big yet.
Oh, it certainly has. It certainly has, Leonard, and all due to you and Bob and Norm starting the association many years ago and growing it to see what we have today. It really is fantastic. It's good to see you here today, and do you have any sort of special message for, especially young people who might be interested in aviation? I know you've got some family got into aviation as a result of your link.
Yeah, and my grandson who was the son of my older son, who had to slip down to Tillsonburg. He'll be back here any minute. And young people go around this lot and see what's going on here. That's just the start. Then get into the airplanes and maybe you'll get checked out one day in a Harvard.
You never know. We have seen it in the past with Sean Boskamp, who's one of our pilots. He's now an Air Canada pilot as well. He got his training here basically. He got the bug, and away he goes.
Thank you very much for inviting me to say a word or two.
It's our pleasure.
My biggest problem right at this moment is that I forget terribly. That's why they won't let me drive a car anymore. Won't give me insurance for fly an airplane. Well, I can see the hazards as we get older. That we better just get off and let the younger people take over. The younger people that take over.
Well, it's not just an age thing. Sometimes witnessed this morning the young guy who wrapped his car around the hydro pole. Sometimes you need the experience.
Yeah, I guess so. I haven't seen what the damage he did, but I guess it kind of put everything to a stop for a short spell.
Well, the power's back on, which is good, and we're having a great day here. Leonard, it's a pleasure to have you here. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Leonard Fallowfield, one of the founding fathers of the Harvard Aircraft Association back in 1985. It's good to have you here today.
Thank you very much for guiding me through a few words to say here.
Thanks very much. It's good to see Leonard out here with Ila, his wife, who was a bookkeeper for many years for the Harvard Association and very involved. And a pleasure to have you here today, Leonard, by all means.
16 years, I might be wrong.
16 years she did the books, yeah? Oh, she'll know. We'll check with her. Thanks again, Leonard. Good to see you.